Welcome everyone to my super wood burning tutorials. This is Belle. For all you chess lovers out there, here's something really unique that I am sure you will love. I'm working on my most current project, wood burning the main pieces in the game of chess. Watch as I create every chess piece with my wood burning pen. Just to test how everything will turn out, I started off with the bishop, seen here now completed. The rule of play for the bishop: a bishop moves any number of vacant squares diagonally. I tried to capture the darkness and highlights of this piece to make it look realistic. I feel pretty happy with the way it turned out, so this will be the basis of my strategy in capturing the three-dimensional effect of this piece. It took me a while to format this whole arrangement, making sure that the pieces will look right, and then encasing all the pieces with a frame, which I will also wood burn with the dark and light squares on a chessboard. The pawn. Basing my burning techniques on what I have done with the bishop, I'll show you now how to work with this pawn. Watch this demo well so that if you decide to make one for yourself, this will help you create some beautiful wood-burned chess pieces that you will love. I have here my wood burning tool, the Walnut Hollow Model Creative Wood Burner, using the universal tip point. This point is versatile as it will also be used for detail work and shadowing. I have set the heat temperature to maximum and it's hot and ready to use in 1 minute. With a very light touch, I start off by outlining the design with a hot tip, being careful not to burn dark lines into the wood, just outline. The first touch is to feel first, testing your own pressure on the wood and the hot tip's effect on the wood itself. I want to make sure that my burning lines stay within the design, as I am very careful with these curves. Finding the right way to hold the burning pen while working with curves can be tricky. In filming this, I had to adjust handling the pen a lot in order to keep the design facing straight to the camera. But if I need to move the piece of wood around to find the comfortable hold and grip of the pen, I will go ahead and do so. In doing the outline, you will notice that I have inverted holding the tip to have better control of the pen. When I do the shading, I use the tip's bottom, as it is easier to press down to get the shadows. Take the time to put in the details carefully. I have achieved this by lightening the pressure that I put on the wood burning tool if I want light tones, or by increasing the pressure if I want darker tones. Also, another way to do this is to go over the lines a few times in order to achieve darker tones instead of just trying to do it all in one stroke. Then I look over what I have done, and if need be, I refine the strokes. I darken the outlines and fill in the areas with dark tones and leave a few spots white or light to show highlights or shine. Chess is a board game played between two players. The current form of the game emerged in southern Europe during the second half of the 15th century after evolving from Chaturanga, a similar but much older game of Indian origin. Today, chess is one of the world's most popular games, played by millions of people worldwide. I read somewhere that the game of chess is not merely an idle amusement. Several very valuable qualities of the mind useful in the course of human life are to be acquired and strengthened by it, so as to become habits ready on all occasions, for life is a kind of chess in which we have often points to gain and competitors or adversaries to contend with, in which there is a vast variety of good and ill events that are in some degree the effect of prudence or the want of it. By playing at chess, then, we may learn, number 1, foresight, which looks a little into futurity and considers the consequences that may attend an action. Number 2, circumspection, which surveys the whole chessboard or scene of action, the relation of the several pieces and their situations. Number 3, caution, not to make our moves too hastily. Here's the rule of play for the pawn. Pawns have the most complex rules of movement. A pawn moves straight forward 1 square if that square is vacant. If it has not yet moved, a pawn also has the option of moving 2 squares straight forward, provided both squares are vacant. Pawns cannot move backwards. A pawn, unlike other pieces, captures differently from how it moves. A pawn can capture an enemy piece on either of the 2 squares diagonally in front of the pawn. It cannot move to those squares when vacant, except when capturing en passant. Here are some famous quotes from the world's well-known chess players for you to ponder. Albert Einstein says, quote, "Chess holds its master in its own bonds, shackling the mind and brain so that the inner freedom of the very strongest must suffer." Unquote. That is very interesting. Here's one from Bobby Fischer. Quote, "Chess doesn't drive people mad, it keeps mad people sane." Unquote. Blaise Pascal says, quote, "Chess is the gymnasium of the mind." Unquote. I'm nearing the end of woodburning the second chess piece, which is the pawn, and I'm taking the time to give the circular top part of this pawn a great highlight. I can achieve this by darkening around close to the edge and leaving just a small rounded section untouched so that I can create a highlight for a 3-dimensional effect. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video project, which I had divided into 3 parts. This first part is my work showing the pawn and the bishop. I'm doing the king and the knight for the second video. I hope you watch that too. I'm Belle, and I know many of you love chess, so I'd like to see your comments. Leave me some and give me a thumbs up, okay? Thank you. Goodbye.